Alrighty, so we're finally on the last one, which is Kyle Hinton. He's from Washburn. I found what I could with him. He is 6'2", 295, 32 and a half inch arms. The 40 is a little hard to get. There are some people saying he ran at 4.7 flat. Some said he ran as low as 4.88. There seemed to be a lot that were kind of meeting in the middle, somewhere between like 4.8 and 4.82. But no matter what, this is super fast for a guard or an interior lineman in general. He has 34 bench presses and a 34.5 inch vert, if you were wondering what kind of athlete this is. So I don't really know much about the prospect, but I will tell you what I've seen, which, once again, is not much. Super athletic, and he really loves to finish guys and drive them into the ground. Kind of has a muscular build on him, which is pretty rare for an interior lineman. And one thing I did see was there was kind of a highlight video on his Twitter page. I think it was his, anyway, I'm pretty sure. And it was a lot of rewatching that and that and that over again. And I did see some issues despite him constantly kind of killing guys and bringing them to the ground. Which, once again, grain of salt, the evaluation here. It's basically based off of a minute and a half and me constantly replaying it because it's kind of the best footage I had of the guy. So I think the pad level could be a potential concern as he goes kind of straight up and down a lot. Hand placement could be better, as well as he could be just like the hands, like a little bit too far outside at times. Base is a little narrow, and that can allow quick pressures. But he has a ton of traits you can work with, especially in the heavy zone system that Minnesota is running. You can really get out there in space and finish, and when you're talking about screens and these outside zones and these tosses, that is super, super helpful, because all he's going to do is basically work up to the second level and murder guys. So what I thought was more interesting with him is that in a little press conference thing, he said Minnesota drafted him to be mainly a center, which is interesting because Brett Jones is currently the backup center, with Garrett Bradbury being the starting center, being, drafted 18th overall in 2019. So I think this means Brett Jones is competing for the left guard spot, and that's become kind of log-jammed right now. I assume Samia is going to man down that right guard spot. I liked him a lot last year, and after the cutting of Klein, which was a little, questionable, to say the least, I have faith in Samia. I had faith in him last year. A lot of it was a lot of core strength issues. He has been given a year. He's a pure zone guy. Just let him take it and run with it. See if he can really take control of that spot. But at left guard, this is kind of the competition we have. Elflein is the incumbent starter coming in that probably should be replaced. They drafted Ezra Cleveland, who I don't think can transition over into left guard. He has a lot of strength issues, like core strength problems. So I don't think putting him inside at guard in a division where he'd have to be blocking, Eddie Goldman, Akeem Hicks, Danny Shelton, Kenny Clark. I don't think that's a good idea. Dakota Dozier could be in it, and then Brett Jones, and you could even maybe see Udo, the 6th round tackle from last year, come into play. So I'd like to know what you guys think down in comments below. Liking and subscribing, helpful. And until next time, I bid y'all adieu.